In these streets, there's certain lines you just don't cross.
No f***ing tombstone, dirt up. Hey, yo, where the f*** Carney at, yo? Carney, where the f*** you at?
But when YBC Dull grabbed a shovel and dug up his dead Opps grave on camera, the game changed forever. From funeral shootings to graveyard tours, this is disrespect at its absolute worst. Let's get into it. YBC Dull. So if what allegedly went down with Vaughn represents the most violent type of funeral disrespect, then what Philly rapper YBC Dull did is somehow even more disturbing because of how calculated and cold-blooded it was. This wasn't no shooting in the heat of the moment. This was a dude literally taking a shovel to his dead Opps grave and filming that John for the whole world to see. Abdul Vix, that's his government name, went by YBC Dull in the streets, but everybody knew him as Mr. Disrespectful. And yo, that nickname wasn't for nothing. Homie was the shot caller for young bag chasers out of West Philly, and they had smoked with hella different crews. But Dole wasn't satisfied with just winning beefs. He wanted to humiliate his enemies, even after they would—
No f***ing tombstone, dirt up. Hey, yo, where the f*** Carney at, yo? Carney, where the f***?
The footage showed Dull at some cemetery, shovel in hand, literally disturbing where his dead op, Rain's boy, was buried. His whole squad was out there filming and laughing like it was a joke. Bam! That's straight-up desecration. When he sat down for interviews, Dull didn't show no remorse at all. He was Mr. Disrespectful, and he wore that title like a crown.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, on some real I ain't that good. I'm alright.
What's bad?
I just lost my little brother yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
How old?
He's 20.
What happened?
I'm 24, but he was in a car accident.
For real?
The wild part about Dole's story is the karma that came back around in August 2024. He got hit up in a drive-by, taking multiple shots to the chest. He was only 25 years old when they zipped him up. The dude who made his whole career off disrespecting the dead became another pack in that never-ending cycle of violence that's been eating up Philly's drill scene, with near a dozen YBC members getting killed. Yin and Ace. The beef between Jacksonville's Union Ace and Julio Fulio wasn't just some regular rap drama. This was one of the most publicized and deadliest rivalries drill music has ever seen. The smoke dated all the way back to 2017, rooted in gang killings that had taken lives on both sides, including Ace's own blood brother, Trayvon Bullard, and two of his day ones in a 2018 drive-by where Ace himself survived catching 8 shots. So, when Julio Fulio got smoked on his 26th birthday in June 2024, wasn't nobody—
It ain't even been 8 hours since I found out the news. And this Ace dropped the diss track that y'all spamming me like crazy with. I saw Ace when it was posted for 3 minutes. 3 minutes! It's called Do It. Dropped the same day Fulio died. That is crazy.
Literally within hours of Fio's body getting cold, Ace dropped Do It, a whole track clowning his dead OP. The timing was insane. Most rappers would at least wait a few days before trying to capitalize off an enemy's death. Not Ace, though. Homie had the track recorded, the video shot, everything ready to drop almost immediately.
This reminds me of Vaughn. When Duck died, Vaughn dropped the video same day. Called all these niggas. That's tough. That's tough. Y'all need God. Y'all need God. What is wrong with you niggas?
But Ace wasn't finished with the disrespect. In the days after him and his ATK, Ace's top killer squad started trolling Fulio's actual funeral on social media, posting memes about the doves they released and clowning pictures from the service. That's a whole different level of savage when you're making fun of somebody.
Do all y'all remember this back and forth, the Who I Smoke and the When I See You, Fantasia remix from Fulio? Fulio was at them grave with the news report pictures, like trolling him for dying, for killing Ace's brother on his birthday and his 2 homeboys while they was trying to go out to eat. They caught bro lacking the same way. Ace got every right.
The diss track went absolutely stupid with the numbers. One report said AC's Fio diss kit hit 5 million views in just one day. That's the reality of drill now. Fam death ain't just a tragedy. It's content. It's streams. It's engagement. And that's low-key the most disturbing part of all this. Fio's Opps. When Julio Fulio got killed on his 26th birthday, his Opps didn't just pop bottles in private. They put together a whole campaign of mockery that went all the way to his funeral service. And in a weird twist that had everybody confused, Fio's own Instagram kept posting messages like he was still breathing, creating one of the strangest chapters in drill beef history. ATK affiliates, especially Fallout.
Now, some of Julio Fulio's opposition is definitely celebrating. You got Fallout Sosa, he uploaded to his IG stories. Him, Young and Ace, they was all at a bowling alley, right? They were all celebrating or whatever, singing songs and subliminal messages that they had something to do, allegedly, with the murder of Julio Fulio.
But the disrespect wasn't just one-sided, though. At Fio's actual funeral service, his family and his people started rapping his Young Ace diss track, When I See You, as a tribute and a way to clap back, spitting bars about how Ace's brother
He kept dissing on me. Now he's smoking 23. You always on my mind. When I ride through the east side, I wanna see you.
Meanwhile, Fio's Instagram kept posting cryptic messages, which had some fans thinking maybe he faked his death. The account was responding to comments asking if he was really gone.
People are still in denial because the IG of Julio Fulio is still posting subliminal messages as if he's still here, right? And behind that whole thing is that it's for promo, all right? That's the reason that his IG is still active, saying that, y'all gonna see this here, that there, we're gonna shock the world. It's because he has an album coming out.
On top of all that, there was talk about Opps planning to shoot a music video at Fio's gravesite. But since Fulio got put in a wall instead of buried in the ground.
Now they talking about doing a video, shooting a video at the gravesite of Julio's. Well, that's not going to be possible to actually do a gravesite song standing on top of Fulio's grave, because ain't no grave to stand on top of. Like I said, he's in the wall, you guys.
The whole situation, the trolling, the funeral performances, the ghost posting on socials showed how beef in this era goes way past the grave. Fam FBG Cash. Sometimes the most disrespectful moves ain't the loudest ones. Feel me? Sometimes it's just one photo that speaks louder than any diss track ever could. For FBG Cash, that one photo might have been what got him sent to the upper room. In February 2022, just a few months after King Van got packed in Atlanta, FBG Cash pulled up to Van's memorial mural in Chicago, threw up his middle finger, and posted the flick with a caption that read, "Whole world witnessed. Yo main sniper, get his __ black." Joe, that picture spread through the internet like wildfire. Here was a Fly Boy Gang member, the same crew as the late FBG Duck who got gunned down in 20 housing 20 openly dissing Vaughn at his own memorial. That was a direct provocation, a statement saying the beef was gone. That's some bold activity right there. Lil Durk, who was tight with Vaughn, responded on his track Computer Murderers with a bar, sneaking pics by Von Merle like Lil Bro won't come out and spin. That threat was crystal clear, fam. The message was received loud and clear in the streets. Cashing back down, though. He kept clowning Van's death in tracks like Back Again 2X and even started dissing Dirk's dead brother Dang. Homie was on demon time almost like he was daring them boys to slide on him. In June 2022, just 3 months after he took that picture at Van's mural, FBG Cash got his candle lit in Chicago. Nobody's been officially charged, and the police ain't publicly connected the murder to the mural situation, but the streets already had their verdict. The timing was too close, the beef was too hot, and the disrespect was way too public. Whether or not that mural pic directly led to Cash getting packed, it's still one of the most infamous images in drill history. One moment of disrespect that might have sealed a man's fate. That's what happens when you poke the bear. Fam J5. While most rappers keep the op dissing in their bars or on the dead enemies' names, this man went to their actual grave sites and filmed himself mocking them right there at the cemetery. In viral videos that went crazy on social media, J5, who rolls with a sweeper crew, dissed over 50 dead ops while standing at their actual graves. The footage showed him walking through cemeteries, pointing at headstones, clowning the deceased like they could hear him from the afterlife. It was basically a graveyard tour of disrespect that had even the most desensitized drill fans shook. The videos pulled in massive attention online, sparking debates about just how far drill music had fallen off the deep end. J55 Vibe was part of the Bronx drill movement that had blown up with producers flipping older funk, soul, and pop samples into these crazy modern beats. But while the sound was evolving, the level of disrespect was hitting new lows. What made J5's moves extra wild was the sheer scale, systematic campaign of disrespect against dozens of dead rivals. Every headstone was just another opportunity for content, another chance to show how little he cared about any type of respect for the deceased. The videos made existing beefs even hotter and drew attention from both fans who loved the savagery and critics who questioned whether there were any lines left to cross in drill culture. For J5, apparently them lines didn't exist no more. King Von. When it comes to funeral disrespect in the drill world, ain't nobody, and I mean nobody, got a crazier story than what allegedly went down with King Von on October 22nd, affiliate and a rapper himself. The service was being held at Bethlehem Star Missionary Baptist Church in Chicago's Burnside neighborhood. Family crying, friends paying respects, the whole nine. And who's in attendance? FBG Wooey, Marvel Williams, one of the most dangerous and vocal enemies of Von's Black Crew. Now, here's where it gets absolutely crazy. Word on the street is that Van and his boy Yoji had allegedly FaceTimed Wooey the day before the funeral, telling him they had a surprise for him. Bro, that surprise came in the form of hot lead. Witnesses say they heard damn near 40 shots ring out as 6 people got hit in the mass shooting, including Wooey, who took a bullet straight to the dome. By some miracle, the homie survived, but he was never the same after that. His whole career, his whole life, changed forever because of that day. The feds questioned Bond that very same day.
The second we hear of a funeral getting shot up, the first thing that comes to mind is Wooski. In Chicago, when that funeral got hit up, that was major. That was, and Wooski survived, but he never fully recovered, if that makes sense.
Bro, think about the audacity of that move. Pulling up to a church, fam, where people are saying goodbye to their loved one and letting them things fly. That's a different type of demon timing. It wasn't just an attack on whiskey. It was a message to everybody that said, there ain't no safe zones, no truces, not even when you're trying to bury your mans. Van ended up getting smoked himself in November 2020 outside an Atlanta hookah lounge. But what allegedly happened that October day at that Baptist church, that's forever going to be known as one of the most savage moves in drill history. No debate. Bloodhound Lil Jeff's crew. The war between Chicago's Bloodhound crew and Trap City had already claimed mad bodies when things got even darker in late 2024. Bloodhound Lil Jeff, a Chicago drill rapper who the streets say had 11 bodies on him, got smoked in June 2024 during a shootout in Woodlawn. After Jeff got killed, a rival named Trap City Vel started celebrating all over social media, openly mocking the fallen rapper. But then Vel himself got packed in October 2024 by what cops believe were Bloodhound affiliates coming for revenge. But the get back didn't stop there, fam. When Vel's family came together for his funeral repast in November 2024, shooters slid through and opened fire, killing his sister, Romeshaw Turner. Imagine that. Pulling up to a funeral gathering, a space that even into the most violent beefs has always been considered off limits, and letting them things sing. The fact that an innocent family member got killed at her own brother's memorial service sent shockwaves through the whole community. This wasn't about rappers anymore. This was about families catching stray bullets, about funerals becoming war zones, about nothing being sacred no more. The Bloodhound versus Trap City beef keeps claiming lies with no signs of slowing down and no boundaries left to violate. It's like the rules of engagement.
Neighbors describe the scene as like the Wild West.
It was multiple people that were armed, and so it was members in the crowd shooting back and members from the vehicle shooting into the crowds.
This is really, really dangerous to have, a Wild West shootout in a residential neighborhood.
The repass was for 22-year-old Dion 56 Davis, who ran with Detroit's 700 gang and had just gotten killed days before. 56 had a reputation in those streets. He got indicted by the feds in 2021 after going on Instagram Live, flexing a switch on his ops. Now his enemies had allegedly...
6 was rumored to have been killing a lot. And he was even indicted by the feds in 2021. He gone on Instagram Live taunting his ops with a switch. 5 days later, agents recovered the gun off him, stating he drew attention to himself after being involved in several shootings on Detroit's east.
According to witnesses, a burgundy Chrysler 300 rolled by the repass, peeped who was in the crowd, then started dumping with rifles. The man who got killed was 26-year-old Daniel Avery, better known as Band Gang Boom, a father of 5 and member of the Band Gang rap